Middle one, yeah?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi guys, hope you're well. Same process as ever with mics on either side. We'll start the questions in English, and if there is any German media in, we'll follow up towards the end. Start with Simon, please.
Hey Ruben, what do you think is going to be the key to Manchester City getting into the semi-finals of this competition?
Well, I think first of all, and more than anything else, ambition. I think ambition will be the key, because it will definitely be a balanced game between two very good teams. So I think the details will make the difference.
There's a theory that because the Bundesliga is not at the same level really as the Premier League, that this should be a game that you win with a little bit to spare maybe. Do you not kind of agree like that?
I think we're way past that question by now, and especially after everything Bayern has done always. So we know we're up against a difficult side, and obviously Premier League is different from Bundesliga, but in the end, in this competition, we know how balanced it will be between us. So we're very sharp, knowing that all details will matter.
Hi, Ruben. Joao Cancelo is obviously a player you know very well from the Portugal team and from here. How strange is it going to be to play against him, given that he's still a Manchester City player in theory?
Yeah, I must confess it will be strange, just because not very long ago we were fighting together. But it is what it is. It's football. It's the life we live, and decisions have been made. And in a way, it will be good to play against him and to see him again.
Have you been in touch since the draw was made, or?
Well, I guess that especially after our time here together, we built a close relationship, especially me, him, and Bernardo, and we kind of are always in touch. So yes, we've been in contact. But when the game starts, each one of us will be on his own side.
Oi, Ruben, tudo bem? Bayern just changed their manager recently, and you were on the pitch on that Champions League final against the Chelsea that Thomas Tuchel was the manager of. Did it get more difficult to have that manager now on the other side?
I guess essentially it resumes in new routines for a team that you could probably be studying from everything they've done since the beginning of the season until now. And suddenly everything changes, and I think that imprevisibility it's the most difficult thing to catch up with. Anyway, we've been in this context, and we've played against teams that had this change, so we'll do our best to be ready.
Hi, Ruben. It was only a few months ago, that City were quite inconsistent. Couldn't win too many games in a row. They'd have disappointing performances like maybe Tottenham away. But now it's the usual high level that we expect from City in April and May. What do you think's changed in that period to go from that to where City are now?
Well, it is what it is, and what's done, it's done. And I guess that all of us, we've got a special feeling, a special taste when it comes to this stage, and when it comes to decisions. Obviously, now is the time to be together and to be producing and to be out there on the pitch, doing what we can do best, every one of us. And this is the moment to go through or not. And like I said before, I think our team gets fed by these moments, and I think that's a very good characteristic to have in your own space of work.
You may say the same thing again in terms of what's done is done, but earlier in the season when you were out of the team and you had injuries, but now obviously you're back and you're playing fantastically. Again, was that difficult period for you earlier in the season? That's the first time at City you've come in and not really been playing so much. How did you get through that period?
It is what it is. It's football, and it's part of our job to be ready for it and just to find the answers. Obviously in the team, but first of all, and for you to be part of the team, find the answers in yourself. And I think it's about staying positive and keep believing in what you do, and keep doing the best you can do to make sure you help the team the most you can with your own ability. And like I said before, it's football, and football changes, and that's why you always need to keep sharp.
Ruben, do you have even more drive and energy and determination to succeed in this competition, given what happened last season and the season before in the final?
Yeah, I think the anger is the same as always. It's a special competition, as you all know, and especially for us, we really want to be in it, and we want to see it through. So it will be a very difficult match. But in a way, it's what this competition is all about: big games and just going through and beating the best. So that's where we are. It's the moment of decisions, and we're happy to be here.
And is this the most enjoyable time of the season for you? Still involved in 3 competitions, chasing a treble? Is it?
Yeah, definitely. I think that every season that begins, the work you have to do is to stay in Premier League, Champions League, the cups. The biggest goal you have is to stay in as long as you can, and in the end you'll get to this moment in which decisions are made. We've made it so far, but we know that even though we've done very well, and if we look back, we've done very well, but it's not enough, because in the end either you do it or not. So we're very aware of that, we're very conscious, and we know we still have a lot of work to do.
Guys, I've got quite a long list, so we can try and stick to one each and get through as many as we can.
Hi Ruben. The Champions League is the big one that City haven't won yet. How hard is it for you to get over things like the defeat in the final? Does that live with you, or do you think that the chance will come again?
Like a very wise man once said to me, we didn't lose the final, we just got one step closer. I keep these words to myself very close, because in the end that's the only way to see it if you want to really keep pursuing it. So every year it's all about us getting closer and closer and making steps forward and making our name be more and more loud. So we're still in the pursuit, and we'll keep fighting.
Who was the wise man that told you that?
I'll keep it to myself.
You've obviously been here a few years now. Do you feel a difference in the performance level of the team at this stage of the season this year?
Sorry.
You've been here a few years. Do you feel like the performance level of the team is any different at this stage this year to previous seasons?
I think it's one of them you cannot compare. Every year it's different. Obviously also different players. But one thing is for sure, at least the last 2 years I've been here, when we arrive to this stage, we're there and we're ready. I cannot compare because, like I said, different players, every year football changes. But I can guarantee you that once again we're here and we'll fight for everything.
Hi Ruben. It must have been tough for you to be injured after the World Cup, and it was tough for City while you were out. Do you feel like you found your best football again, and City have found their best football again in this part of the season?
Well, kind of 2 questions in one. Obviously, I'm happy that the team is producing, and obviously to be part of it in every way possible. It's obviously for us players the ultimate joy, because to be part of the process, it's important for us in any way possible. And obviously, in relation to my injury, it was a difficult time. The last 2 games of the World Cup, I played them injured, and it was not an easy period, especially because of the importance of the competition. But gladly, I've overcome it, came back, and I'm again here to help.
Hi, Ruben. So Bayern have Sane, Mane, Nabari, Musalia and Alphonso Davies, all very fast players. Can they frighten you in this tie?
Well, we have some names as well. We've got Kyle Walker, we've got Manu, we've got me, we've got Nathan, we've got John Stones, we've got Aime, we've got Sergi, so we've also got our names.
So that's interesting, because a criticism of the defence is that Walker apart, there isn't a lot of pace, but you would back your pace against those players. A criticism of the City defence is that apart from Kyle, there's a lack of pace there, but you would back your defence against the pace of Bayern.
We'll see.
Why?
Sorry?
Why will we see?
Well, you'll see on the pitch.
Ruben, just going back to that Champions League final in 2021, can you just recall what was kind of going through your mind that night after the game? Do you think it was a sort of a missed opportunity, or why it went wrong, and how do you think the team's developed since since that night?
You mean the final?
Yes. Yeah.
Well, that's the precise day the wise man told me those words. And if there was any moment in which I was dwelling with the moment, because it's never easy to lose a final like that. But if in any moment there was doubt, the moment I listened to these words, it all made more sense. I'm never the guy to think too much about. We've just lost a big opportunity. I'll probably in the next 5 minutes be looking for the next one and be thinking that next year we go again. But indeed, those words made a lot of echo in my mind.
Any German media in the room? You want to ask? Are we okay? Clear otherwise? Brilliant. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.